as we get set to continue the championship dance, free dance. Mike Mancuso alongside five-time U.S. champion and 2006 Olympic silver medalist Tanith Belbin as we take a look at the starting order for this second group in the championship dance today. We led off by Alissandra, Aronow, and Colin Brubaker, followed by Anastasia Cannuscio with Colin McManus, Anastasia Olson with Keiffer Hubbell, Isabella Cannuscio with Michael Bramante, and Jenna Hopman with Pavel Filchenkov. And those five couples represent places 6th through 10th after the short dances.
She's from the Arctic Figure Skating Club in Canton, Michigan, and he's from the All Year Figure Skating Club in Ontario, California. After the short program, they are in 9th place. Please welcome to the ice Alissandra Aronow and Colin Brubaker.
So here we begin the second group of championship dance, free dance, 21-year-old Alissandra Aronow and 23-year-old Colin Brubaker.
In the short dance, really those first few moments set the tone so nicely to understand the chemistry that these two possess as a couple. Nice use of the length of their leg line through that circular step sequence. Would have liked to have seen just a little bit more power throughout, but the concept at this point is so tangible. I just feel like I'm in this tango moment with them. Very nicely done, twizzle sequence. And again, that is the element where they struggled in the short dance, so that has to feel good. One of the things I really like about this team is the consideration to one another. The way they place their hands on each other is so delicate and intimate. It's so in tune with that sensuality that a tango brings, but there's no moment you see there when they place their hands on one another that there's a thoughtless caress. Every moment, every detail is really, really in keeping with the program's feel. This step sequence has a little bit more effort, a little bit more attention to the quality of the edges compared to in the circle. And it's funny because you think in a slow section you would see cleaner edges. I think this one was even better than the first step sequence that we saw from them. Oh, a good save to that ending. That was a close one. You don't want to have any more deductions.
It's Alissandra Aronow and Colin Brubaker.
And a much stronger skate for them in this free dance compared to their short dance. I'm sure they're going to be frustrated with that last little moment. You always remember those types of moments more so than the overall skate, which in their case was quite strong this evening. And I really, really appreciated the stylization of the lifts. I thought they were very, very nice in terms of keeping with the tango feel. They weren't acrobatic for the sake of being showy. They were very, very in tune with everything else that they showed us.
And I think despite that little bobble at the very end there, I think when they look back at this performance, they've got a lot of things to be happy about.
Absolutely. I really, really liked this style of free dance on them. I can't say it enough. There was a beautiful romance to the short dance that I felt was cut short, like it was an interrupted connection because of the bobbles that they had, and in this case they were able to maintain that connection throughout the entire program. And we're checking once again this first twizzle sequence again. It was that moment right there that Alissandra missed her foot the first time around. This time, spot on, really, really nice rotations and unison, a good maintenance of speed throughout. Just a nice, nice adage of points right there into the total. And this rotational lift was their last required lift of the program. Would have liked to have seen just a little bit more cleanliness in that position. It is additionally challenging when you're very tall and long to get all of those limbs organized, but good speed in and out of every lift that they did, which should earn them higher grades of execution from all the judges.
And now the scores for Alissandra Aronow and Colin Brubaker. Their score for the free dance, 80.20. Their total score, 130.55. They currently are in first place.
So an 80.20 for the free dance of Aronow and Brubaker gives them 130.55 for the competition and currently has them in first place through 6 couples.
She's from the University of Delaware Figure Skating Club in Newark, Delaware, and he's from the Skating Club of Boston in Boston, Massachusetts. After the short dance, they're in 6th place. Please welcome to the ice Anastasia, Cannuscio, and Colin McManus.
Next up, we have Anastasia, Cannuscio, and Colin McManus, who've been teamed up since 2008 and were in 6th place after the short dance.
Every time I see this team, I become a bigger and bigger fan of theirs. They really have a great connection to the audience in presenting their storylines. Right off the bat, I have to start talking right away because I'm so impressed with Colin's use of his upper body. The flexibility that he has in his neck and his chest and his upper back just allows him to interpret underlying musical notes in between the highlight elements that they have in their choreography. What a fantastic partner. lift was a little bit rougher, I think, than they intended for it to be. You really want those transitions between those sustained positions to be as smooth as the rest of the lift, and that looked a little bit fumbled. Job in those isolated moments and in those little highlight transitional flicks and kicks. I hope in the future that they can begin to integrate some of that difficulty into the transitional skating so that they can actually gain speed in more difficult positions. There is a lot of disconnected skating in these transitions, side-by-side skating. It goes in style with the program, but I think for the judges, they're just going to look for a little more complexity. See again that incredibly impressive position we commented on in the short dance in that first twizzle. Even more effective in this music.
They certainly are. A fun and entertaining performance from Anastasia Cannuscio and Colin McManus.
It is so hard to do a rock and roll style program for your free dance. It is high energy from the get-go all the way to the finish. Even their quote-unquote slow part was pretty fast-paced and was where they loaded up on most of their lifts. So there really wasn't any opportunity to rest. And they did a fabulous job keeping the frenetic movement of that sort of jive-type dance towards the end. And again, I really, really see so much potential for this team in the future. I wouldn't change a thing about that free dance. And here, we're taking a look at the setup for one of their very impressive lifts. And I was discussing the transition, right? A little bit of a funny moment until he gets his leg up, and then a little bit of a drop of that leg height as she changes into her next position, and it comes down a second early. So I'd be interested to see if they actually earn the level that they were shooting for in that lift based on that mismatch of timing between the two of them. And here now again, that twizzle sequence, just amazing that they're able to keep their unison and traveling across the ice as well as they do. Really, really a beautiful highlight in this program.
And now the scores for Anastasia Cannuscio and Colin McManus. Their score for the free dance, 85.99. Their total score, 142.32. They currently are in first place.
So an 85.99 for the free dance of Cannuscio and McManus gives them 142.32, which is a new personal best.
Please welcome to the ice Anastasia Olson and Keiffer Hubbell.
Next up, we have another new couple, as they've only been teamed up since April of 2012. It's Anastasia Olson and Keiffer Hubbell.
things off with a nice swizzle sequence, and these two have a lot of movement throughout this entire program. It's hard to catch your breath when you're pumping your rib cage the entire time. So moves like this are all that much more impressive. So what would be actually really nice is if, as this team grows and develops, they could keep that sort of dance head movement and all of that interaction through a step sequence like this one, as opposed to what we saw just there, which is a little bit of taking a break from the dance to get the technical job done and then returning to the dance immediately afterwards. On that lift. She was supposed to actually step up onto his thigh and missed her footing.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the cardboard, my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
This section is where, because the music is slower, we really need to see more depth in the pattern, a little more use of their edge quality. But this move right here is just stunning. Just running out of steam a little bit in terms of the flow through this circle. They're really going to need a little bit more speed, and they simply weren't able to recapture it from the landing of the lift and with the few crossovers they had leading into it.
Anastasia, Olson, and Keiffer Hubbell skating their free dance to a Michael Jackson medley.
A very ambitious undertaking. Of course, people are very familiar with the movement of Michael Jackson's style of dance, so certainly you have to be spot on with that. I think that they nailed it in the moments where they were standing still, dancing side by side. That in and of itself was quite impressive. Unfortunately, we didn't quite see a whole lot of that dancing while they were skating. It was a lot of stop dancing, now skate, skate, crossover, crossover, amazing lift, stop and dance. So I really appreciate those highlighted moments. However, in between, I was missing a little bit of the quality that I think these two can develop with a bit more time together, because they still are so new.
And that really is the key there. They've only been together as a couple for 9 months or so. So still plenty of time to develop that chemistry.
We can take a look back here at one of their earlier lifts. And this is where she missed her foot, right there with that left leg. She meant to step. Now, they were able to obviously continue through the program without any great interruption, but that didn't fool anyone. Everyone knew that that was a missed attempt. And now this last lift, I want to take a look. I think her feet slammed down right there as they move through. We'll have to see how that takes effect in the technical panel's view. It obviously doesn't constitute as a fall, but does it constitute as one lift tap, 2 lifts, in which case it would be an illegal element, an additional element.
And now the scores for Anastasia Olson and Keiffer Hubbell. Their score for the free dance, 75.99. Their total score, 130.67. They currently are in second place.
So it's a 75.99 for the free dance of Olson and Hubbell, giving them 130.67 for the competition.
She's from the All-Year Figure Skating Club in Ontario, California, and he's from the Ann Arbor Figure Skating Club in Ann Arbor, Michigan. After the short dance, they are in fifth place. Please welcome to the ice, Lynn, Kriengkrairut, and Logan, Giulietti-Schmitt.
So we begin the third and final group of championship free dance, Lynn Kriengkrairut and Logan Giulietti-Schmitt. Right away the difference with this couple compared to those in the last group. The speed, the effortless quality in and out of that lift, it's really remarkable right off the bat. Have done a really great job this season, focusing on the details of their movements. They always have impressive lift like this one coming up right here. Just pick her up by her ankle, no problem. But in between these elements, their arm movements, their connection with one another is more mature now than it even was last year. So to improve at this point in your career is that much more remarkable. Example of keeping the energy and the mood of the program going during a footwork sequence. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything during this step sequence down the center ice, as they're both staying engaged with the audience and keeping it connected. Have been fans of ice dancing for a little while. These two remind me so much of Kim Navarro and Brent Beaumentry this year, choosing music that speaks to them, that they perform with enthusiasm and genuine understanding of movement. Lynn Kriengkrairut and Logan Giulietti-Schmitt.
Our first fist pump of the event. I love it. They should be so proud of that. Again, I really feel like they took a risk using modern music, current pop music, but they understood that the audience would be into this song. They understand how to get the audience involved, and they know that that pushes them to do better. So they must really feel great with this performance. They've kind of been the Heartbreak Kids for a few seasons, maybe having a fault here or there and never quite capturing that pinnacle that they're capable of. And once again, as I thought they could, they really, really have struck the right note with this free dance. Now we take a look again at that impressive lift. Just by one ankle alone. Beautiful extension and flexibility. A completely imperfect straight line in Logan's spread eagle. And one of the great qualities this team has is that they both have an unbelievable amount of flexibility. And now looking once again at this midline step sequence, their energy, their commitment to the characters and the dance, really, really impressive.
And Logan Giulietti-Schmitt. Their score for the free dance, 95.32. Their total score, 160.01. They currently are in first place.
Well, they had a personal best in the short dance. They have one in the free dance as well, 95.32.
They're from the Detroit Skating Club in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. After the short dance, they are in fourth place. Please welcome to the ice, Madison Hubbell and Zachary Donohue.
Next up, we have 21-year-old Madison Hubbell and 20-year-old Zach Donohue.
Oh, can I take a minute to be a girl and just compliment her dress?
Absolutely.
She's changed it since the Grand Prix season, and I really, really like this one. The red color just suits her fiery persona in this flamenco dance so well. To the program. Innovative features. The first two twizzles accomplished all on one foot. Very strong. Flamenco is such a challenging dance to perform because it is so known for the strength and the sensuality. So to find the balance between those two and to bring them together on the ice without ever losing a moment of that character is really challenging, and neither of them have dropped the ball in that regard whatsoever so far. two debuted last season, most people's comments were just about how strong they were as a team. They're tall, they're muscular, they don't waste a single step in their stroking or in their transitions. They really are able to gain a lot of speed from very few strokes, so they look so down and grounded into the ice the entire program, which is even more suitable for this flamenco style. Okay, that was good. That was really something. And we'll take a look first at this impressive twizzle sequence again. Not only wonderful style, details in the hands, clapping while they're trying to maintain their unison, coming out on one foot there and segueing into the next twizzle without ever touching down, and still having enough speed to travel across the ice, and a third twizzle tacked on. For good measure.
Why not?
This was actually my favorite lift in the program. I love the way her costume ruffles through the air. It just looks like such an exquisite picture. And I also appreciate the sensibility that went into a lot of these positions. They were strong, sustained positions as opposed to complex changes of position, which really allowed that tango character to be maintained. It wouldn't have been suitable for them to be flipping over each other's heads for this flamenco. So once again, I have to commend Pasquale Camerlengo on the consideration that he puts into all of the elements in these free dances.
Yeah, certainly every element looked like it belonged in that dance.
Mm-hmm.
And now the scores for Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary Donohue for their score for the free dance. 100.11. Their total score, 167.86. They're currently in first place.
So personal best in the free dance for Hubbell and Donohue, 100.11. And also personal best overall score of 167.86 has them in first place with 3 couples remaining.
In Canton, Michigan. They currently, after the short dance, are in third place. Please welcome to the ice, Maia Shibutani and Alex Shibutani.
Next up, we have Maia and Alex Shibutani. Obviously skating together for quite some time, since 2005. They were in third place after the short dance.
And this is going to be something completely different from what we just saw, which I can't wait for because of the contrast. This geisha program has so many subtle details, and the beauty of Maia's arms just takes your breath away. that opening rotational lift. Just perfect. You really don't get much better than that. This is actually a free dance that Maia and Alex had years ago when they competed as juniors. They decided to take on the Memoirs of a Geisha music once again as seniors, believing that they could bring a completely new, more mature perspective to it. And they've certainly been accomplishing that with this program all season. Understand when you watch these two skate just what perfectionists they are. Every free leg turned out pointed. They work so much with video replay to get all those details picture perfect. Competition is on at the U.S. Championships. Another unbelievable performance, the best I've seen the Shibutani skate all season. They have confidence in this program that I had yet to see on the Grand Prix circuit, and most notably, a bit of fight in that last section that we did not see on the Grand Prix circuit. Really, really taking this story to another level. Take a look back now at this twizzle sequence. I don't know if they missed a single moment of unison throughout the entire sequence, just like in the short dance. Great ice coverage. They just, I can't attribute it to just being siblings because I know how hard they work on all of this, but they have a sense for one another where you just know that they know where each other is all the time. They don't need to look or search for each other. The hand is right there. Just such exquisite quality. And this lift, I want to ensure, they have to be sure to get that full 180-degree split position throughout the rotation. I was a little bit concerned at the very beginning, maybe it wasn't quite split enough, but on second take, I'd give it to them.
And now the scores for Mia Shibutani and Alex Shibutani. Their score for the free dance, 104.58. And their total score, 174.21. They currently are in first place.
So there was a 1-point deduction there, giving the Shibutanis a 104.58 for the free dance and an overall score of 174.21. And that will have them in first place with 2 couples remaining.
She's from the Arctic Figure Skating Club in Canton, Michigan, and he's from the Detroit Skating Club in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. After the short dance, they're in first place. Please welcome to the ice Meryl Davis and Charlie White.
And now the clear-cut favorites coming into Omaha, looking for their 5th straight U.S. title. They would be the 5th ice dance couple to achieve that feat. It's Meryl Davis and Charlie White, your leaders after the short program.
But in speaking with Meryl, I asked her how nervous she was. She said, I still get so nervous for the U.S. Championships. So they're certainly never resting on their laurels. Program that has been reworked since the Grand Prix final, really wanting to show every opportunity of emotion and connection. It's so hard to believe that these two can continue to top themselves year after year. What a treat for U.S. figure skating fans to be able to have these two, not only as the incredible skaters that they are, but as the incredible role models and leaders that they have become. Even this entrance into this spin, we didn't see anything like this from anyone in the competition. An acrobatic lift that lands right into a spin. These are the transitions that earn you top marks in the world. And to be able to then go on to accomplish a spin with such beautiful positions and rate of rotation, it's phenomenal. And again, looking now towards the end of a step sequence, just absolutely astounding emotion throughout.
118.42. Their total score, 197.44. They currently are in first place.
And again, the scores just keep going up and up and up for Davis and White. Personal best in the free dance, 118.42. Personal best overall score, 197.44. And they are easily in first place with just one couple remaining.
Welcome to the ice, Madison, Chock, and Evan Bates.
Now the final couple of the championship free dance, Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Change of position while Evan Bates is able to maintain that edge and leg line. Another spectacular twizzle sequence in this event. And we have to start comparing the couples as they go through. These two are so close to Maia and Shibutani. I have to say their highlights are so spectacular, but in the transitions, I think the Shibutanis have greater quality in their basic skating skills. I'd like to see these two just work on that knee action and the cleanliness of the transitional movements. Difficult changes of positions, really well placed with the music. And you can hear the audience just understanding how challenging all of these highlight movements are.
been the most unbelievable final group of U.S. ice dance I have seen in so long. I can't believe that everyone skated as consistently as they did, with as much attack and aggression as they did. I do not want to be a judge on the panel. I am so happy that I am up here.
Madison, Chock, and Evan Bates.
Okay, so we're looking at the twizzles. We can compare element to element. Very nice unison, a little bit further apart than the Shibutanis, but perfect synchronization, maintaining flow throughout. And we saw their coach Igor Spielbond clapping hysterically at the completion of this element. And again, taking a look at the lift. Beautiful entrance.
Their total score, 175.91. They currently are in second place.
So a new personal best by almost 15 points for Chock and Bates, a 105.11. Gives them 175.91 for the competition and gives them the silver medal here in Omaha at the 2013 Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championships. That means for the 5th time in a row, the U.S. dance champions Meryl Davis and Charlie White, with Chock and Bates taking home the silver, and Maia and Alex Shibutani taking the bronze. So we take a look now again at the final results. Really no question about it who the best ice dance team in the United States is. It's Davis and White once again with a personal best, 197.44. And Chock and Bates and the Shibutanis were neck and neck after the short. And keep in mind, the Shibutanis did lose a point in both their short dance and in their free dance, and there's the difference right there. But still, wonderful performances out of Chock and Bates, and definitely deserving of a top 3 finish as well for them. Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary Donohue, the defending bronze medalists, just missing out in the top 3 spots there, taking home 4th here in Omaha.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your medal ceremony for your 2013 Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championship Ice Dancing Champions. In first place and winners of the gold medal representing the Arctic Figure Skating Club and the Detroit Skating Club, Meryl Davis and Charlie White. In second place and winners of the silver medal, representing the All-Year Figure Skating Club and Ann Arbor Figure Skating Club, Madison, Chock, and Evan Bates. In third place, and winners of the bronze medal, representing the Skating Club of New York and the Arctic Figure Skating Club, Maia Shibutani and Alex Shibutani. In fourth place, and winners of the pewter medal, representing the Detroit Skating Club, Madison, Hubbell, and Zachary Donohue. Medals will be presented by Pat St. Peter, President of U.S. Figure Skating. Presenting flowers to our champions, the event technical controller, Sean Redstadt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2013 Prudential U.S. Figure Skating Championship Ice Dance Champions. Let's have a big round of applause. Meryl Davis and Charlie White, Madison Chock and Evan Bates, Maia Shibutani and Alex Shibutani, and Madison Hubbell and Zachary Donohue.